reviewing movies with two chill guys.
Chillers are chill. I'm Rodney.
And I'm a man named Pauline. Rodney,
Fuck Pauline.
we do, Rodney. Rodney, tell me about the movie that we're going to be watching, Rodney.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Pauline.
You're right, Rodney. Sometimes you have to stop and smell the roses. This movie is called Red Light, Green Light, Yellow Light, Blue Light.
It is the fourth in a series that began with Red Light and was followed by the other three.
At its core, it's a cop drama. But at the core of that core, it's a people drama.
At the core of the people drama are two cops. One, an old and wizened fool. The other,
An old and wizened hotshot.
in this city where they have jurisdiction. The two cops enjoy a sort of dominance over the entirely elderly population.
Rodney, I almost fell asleep. We should get started with the movie. We're gonna go ahead and start with the first scene here where the wizened cop and the wizened cop both meet each other outside of the police station.
Well, Jim, I've been on the beat for too long.
Yeah, me too. Haven't learned much, but anyway, what did you say your name was?
I'm a hotshot McGee.
What'd you guess, Mickey? Shall we get out on beat patrol? Those old people with their blinker lights going on just aren't gonna ticket themselves, you know?
That's right. We're gonna go on patrol. We're gonna see red lights, yellow lights, green lights.
And we got the blue lights.
That's right. 4. Don't worry about that last part. Let's go out on patrol.
Pause. Now we're gonna fast forward to a scene here where both try to offer wisdom to each other at the same time. Of course, we see the differences between the two characters in this scene, and that one is a fool and the other a hotshot.
In the scene, the steering wheel symbolizes their power in the relationship.
And that's why they keep trying to grab it as the car goes down Interstate 40. Play.
Wait, you know what they say? You should put ketchup on cats.
Well, I've never gotten anywhere by saying anything. I always get everywhere by doing.
As I said before, you can't count muffins before the chickens hatch, because the chickens will, of course, eat the muffins. As you know, chickens love muffins.
Sometimes a man's gotta be a man and just do his own thing, go his own path. Fight his own battles, win his own wars. Do what's right, do what he feels is right.
Oh, I'm sure that's what they said.
Save his wife.
Have you ever heard the parable
Save the country.
about the alligator? You know the story about the alligator and the toaster? And how he, electrified himself?
At this point, we will cut to a scene wherein the two cops find a piece of evidence. The piece of evidence is an old baseball hat. And in this scene, we see some of their differences show even further as they argue when the Braves last won the World Series. Now, their facts are different, but so are their personalities.
Also notable about this scene is the introduction of the movie's villain, his name is Carmine Antonio. Carmine is an old wizened man who's somewhere between smart and an idiot. Let's go ahead and play.
Here it is.
Ha!
No, over here. You
Hey, careful there. It's me, Carmine, a normal guy. You have a
You're messing up
warrant?
the Shush. All right, look. Here's the evidence. This is the hat we've been looking for. It's probably got the DNA traces of our suspect all over it.
I don't have time for things like DNA and tracing. I just cut through the red tape and do my job. Hi-ya!
When the Braves win the World
That's some
Series, we have all the
vases.
time to go to parties.
Oh, and when do you think the Braves won the World Series?
2 years from now.
Well, I think they'll win 5 years from now. They're not good enough to win in 2 years. And lineup sucks. Oh.
I know you're right. Deep down, I know you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's this guy?
You want? It's me, Carmine.
Oh yeah, you introduce yourself.
He looks very
I
unsuspicious.
own this house. Why did you break down the door? And do you want some prune juice?
Pause. Here we see the truly sinister nature of Carmine, and that he's trying to ruin the two boys' fun. Pause.
Seriously, it tastes good and is good for your digestion.
Alrighty.
Already empty. Here's a full one.
I knew that.
You sure are a hot shot.
Thank you. Thank you. See, this guy gets it.
Young at heart despite being older than me.
You know, I prefer to keep my digestive system rather unhealthy. You know, it's quicker to Jesus.
That's wisdom, maybe. Anyway, do you have a warrant to enter my dwelling?
I don't have time for things like warrants and peacefully entering dwellings. I'm a hotshot. I kick doors and kick teeth.
You know
I
what?
don't have any. I just have pension.
You know what happens to rabbits when they get aggressive? They run away. That's probably what we should be doing now.
Why?
I gave up trying to follow your train of logic 3 days ago. I think it derailed at the station.
Anyway,
Unpause.
did I commit a crime?
Well, no, I mean, all that's in here is some very weird, looks like lab equipment and white powder all over the table and several pounds of fertilizer in the background and these weird sacks that have very heavy people-sized objects in them, but frankly, nothing suspicious around here at the moment.
What can I say? I garden and also collect potatoes in these sacks from the garden. They're burlap.
Oh, your gardener, that must be what's with all the holes and a bunch more of these sacks outside next to the holes.
I'm going to dig up the onions and put them in the sacks.
You know what? Look, even I'm not dumb enough to see what's going on here. He's just a gardener.
He seems to be a gardener.
We all are, really.
I don't have time.
We're going to cut ahead to the final scene of the movie here. We'll go ahead and fast forward. This is after they've killed Carmine. Yeah. Oh, any final thoughts on this scene?
At this point, we see their relationship reach its climax when, well, they try to arrest one another.
And here we see the true differences of the two characters. Let's go ahead and play this.
Gotcha.
No, I got you. Listen, that was the best car chase / running up a staircase / gunfight / helicopter chase / boat chase / final duel I've ever had.
I'm sure you enjoyed it. You were always looking for the glory, always looking for the action. You know what happens to red pandas when they go without bamboo for a long time. They just explode, man. You gotta cool it.
Exactly, they blew up that oil tanker. It cost the effects department a fortune. But that's just how I roll because I'm a hotshot.
Pause. We're going to go ahead and cut into the credits a little bit. The after credit scene, where we see the two characters making up after all their time juxtaposed.
In the background is an old John Denver song.
Well, we've been handcuffed to each other for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I got a strange man with an eye patch came in a while ago and asked me if I wanted to join a lucrative film franchise. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. I think I could swing for that.
Take me home to the place. I like the sound of that idea.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very good idea. I mean, obviously he gave the same offer for you because, once again, we never found who actually has the keys to the handcuffs, which you would think would be kind of something you would know when you go out on patrol with handcuffs.
I mean, I guess we could just be kind of, I hear her voice in the morning, she